What I want to do now is to show you the power of music, showing how music can change the way we view the world. What I want to do now is to show you the power of music, showing how music can change the way we view the world. This music resonates strongly with me, not just because it was written by my cousin Eric Bogle, but because music has an extraordinary capacity to evoke memories, to allow us to remember things that have happened in the past. I'm a neuroscientist and a musician, and I've long been fascinated by the impact that music has on us. It has an extraordinary power to stimulate our emotions and stimulate our memories. I guess music's been a stimulant of choice for me because I always feel so much better and energetic and energized when I sing a song or play in a band. And those of you out there who've sung in choirs or play a musical instrument, I'm sure can identify with that feeling. You get a kind of rewarding, even addictive response. It is just amazing. And when you hear music that you like, you want to move. You want to maybe get up and dance, or tap your feet or your fingers. Music also affects us at the biological level. Internally, it can affect blood pressure, heart rate, hormones. Externally, it can affect us, give us goosebumps, or spine-tingling chills, or, as with Eric's music, can drive us to tears. Now, as far as we know, all groups of people around the world make, appreciate and respond to music. It is a universal human skill. Thanks to archaeological evidence and genetic studies, we can guess that our ancestors first began to leave Africa and colonize the rest of the planet between about 65,000 and 75,000 years ago. And they all carried with them the power of language and the power of music. In fact, the earliest musical instruments that we know of, such as this bone flute here, are at least 40,000 years old. Now, it is generally agreed that the evolution of the modern mind is closely linked to the evolution of language. Language is the means by which we learn and pass on information, ideas, skills, plans within and across generations. But if language was the primary partner of our newly evolved cognitive power, why do we have music? As a colleague of mine, Ian Cross, once wrote, music neither ploughs, sows, weaves, nor feeds. So why on earth do we have music as a universe? Now, a number of ideas have been put forward to try and explain this universality from our very evolutionary beginnings through to the present day. Darwin, for example, thought that music and dance were to do with sex, fitness, finding a mate. Others believe that music is important when mothers are communicating with their young infants in the first few months of life before babies learn to use language and to talk. When we look at the areas in the brain that are active when we process language or music, there are some areas of overlap, which suggests to many that perhaps language and music evolved from a common precursor. We can call this a musi-language or a proto-language. But there are also clear differences. So in most people, language is processed on the left side of the brain, the left hemisphere, whereas music has a more right hemisphere bias. Music also activates pathways within a complex structure called the limbic system. The limbic system is buried beneath the surface of the brain, is involved in learning and memory, and also our emotional responses. Music also activates a reward center buried deep in our brain, a reward center that is also stimulated by other pleasurable activities like eating chocolate or having sex, not necessarily in that order. But music does more than just making you feel good. Music also activates regions in the front part of the cortex that are also activated when you perform cooperative altruistic to do now is to show you the power of music, showing how music can change the way we view the world.